One of the must try custom ROM for everyone in 2025, especially in the terms of privacy, then we have this GrapheneOS available for you. GrapheneOS is actually officially available for the Google Pixel devices yet so far, and it might be available. I mean, some unofficial versions might be available for some of the devices, but we have some differences there. This is the default one, I mean, official version available in Google Pixel device. So let's have a quick look at some of the things which are so good in this case. For example, the Google Play services. If you want to use Google Play services, you can do that very easily, but that's not enabled by default. What you can do is you have this App Store available by default in this case. After enabling this thing, after installing this thing, you can click on Google Play services and it will install this Google Play services in a sandboxed environment, and it's a bit different from Micro G. I will try to see that if we get any major difference in the terms of battery backup or performance as compared to Micro G or with this Sandbox Google Apps. In app section, you will see the Sandbox Google Play, some options which you can try out, some tweaks, etc. But nothing worth it for you so far. Including this, let me show you some more things. As this is actually mainly focused on the latest versions and latest security patches, so no major extra changes in the terms of features, but because it's based on the latest QPR update, so we have the latest mods option available, which is a replacement of Do Not Disturb. Not actually a replacement, but just an upgraded version of Do Not Disturb. If you use Do Not Disturb, now we have some more mods available with that, so we can tweak that a bit more. It's almost a bit similar to iOS focus mode, and if you use it, then it's a good thing for you. If you don't, you can simply skip this thing. Moving on to some more options. GrapheneOS actually supports OTA updates, which simply means if you install it on a device as a daily driver thing, if you want to install it as your daily driver, you can update it regularly. It gives you update almost every week, every month. For many devices, it's actually available every week, a new update available every week, almost quite similar to LineageOS. For now, LineageOS is actually the best option if you want to ditch the Google Play services for any reason, but in this case, this is also the thing for you. GrapheneOS also supports the latest things which are available with many other devices, many other custom ROMs, also Linux development environment. And if you enable that option, you will see terminal available there. The thing is, this Linux option, Linux development terminal, you can say it's not enabled and it's not opened by default in many devices, many custom ROMs, many operating systems. It's available in the developer settings. So you have to open the developer settings and then enable this thing. But in this case, it's already there in the system settings, so that's a good thing. The major focus is on the security and privacy options, and you will find one of the thing which is named as Duress password. That's literally amazing. What this does is Duress password can be entered instead of the user password in any place that asks for it. Submitting the Duress password will immediately make the storage contents permanently inaccessible, delete all the eSIMs and power of the device. So this is related to security. If you want to wipe your device forcefully for any reason by just putting a password, quite exciting thing actually, but don't use it for sure if you want to use it on a device on a daily driver basis. Private space, because it's already implemented in the stock Android with the latest Android 15 update, so it was expected, it's already here. Exploit protection, so we have more extra options in the terms of security. One of my favorite thing is this USB-C port. You can simply turn off the USB-C port, so it will simply not even charge your device and so on. Of course, after powering off your device, it will charge it, but after turning off this USB-C port, it will not work for you. You will not be able to charge, you will not be able to transfer data and so on. That's one of my favorite features in this case. Everything else seems to be a similar one. The screenshot timestamp is a different thing. So we have the EXIF metadata option disabled by default. Whenever you take a screenshot, it takes some data, location, and so on. But in this case, that is disabled by default. So you have the option to enable it, but by default, it's disabled. This is also based on the latest version, so which means we have the app archive option also present in this case. So you can archive the apps in case you want to save the storage and so on. It's just a part of this one, so just wanted to let you know it is not related to GrapheneOS at all, but it's there, so just wanted to let you know. One of the things which is so amazing in this case too, actually named as storage scopes, and that is quite impressive. What this does is if you enable the storage scope, it will make the app assume that it has the permission it has asked for, it is already granted to that app. So the app will work for you But in simple words, you will not grant the actual permissions to that app. So it will simply create a scope storage, and that is quite exciting thing actually. If you use it on a device on a daily basis, you'll get to know more about that. And say in the camera section, because it is having the default camera a different one, not a Gcam one, not even a aperture camera. This is GrapheneOS camera. And in case you don't know, this camera app is also available in the Google Play Store. You can install this app from the Google Play Store on any other devices also. The image quality, you can actually do some tweaks in this case. You also have some options related to some general options and etc. etc. No major things actually to think about. Minor camera options, not a major thing to talk about. This is the default browser, what we have named as Vanadium. As far as I know, almost similar to Google Chrome. It looks like Google Chrome, but of course, because it is not having the Google Play services by default, so it was expected that you will not get the Google Chrome pre-installed. It's similar to that, so almost similar experience related to that, with some features which are not available in Google Play Store. I mean, Google Chrome actually. So this is it. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this video.